everyone, it's me again, Miss Romar from Smith Middle School, PLA Smith Middle School. I am from Beaumont, Texas, and again, it is with great pleasure that I come before you all to create this lesson. Today, we're going to locate points on a number line that corresponds to rational numbers, including negative values, okay? So make sure you have your notebook, your math journal. If you do not have your math journal, go ahead and take out a sheet of paper and just transfer the notes from the sheet of paper into your notebook whenever you get it. Okay? So always remember to write your name and the date. Write your name. And write today's date at the top. Okay? And then we're going to write our title. We're going to locate point. Locate point. Okay, let me switch markers really quick. Locate points on a number line. Number line. Locate points on a number line that corresponds to rational numbers. I'm going to locate points on a number line that corresponds to rational numbers. That corresponds to rational numbers. Okay? So that is our title. That's our title. Okay. So before I begin any lesson, I want to create an I can statement. I can statement. I can statement. I can, you can, we can. I can locate points on a number line that are rational and let's say negative, okay? Let's put negative up here. And negative, okay? So I can, this is our I can statement. Locate points on a number line, forgot line. On a number line that are rational and negative. Okay. So remember this because at the end of the lesson, this is what we should be able to do, okay? This is our goal. So before we begin, I'd like to go over academic vocabulary. Academic vocabulary. Vocabulary. Before we dig deep into the lesson, I want to go over what whole numbers are. Whole numbers. Whole numbers. Do anyone remember what whole numbers are? Whole numbers are numbers that include 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to infinity. Okay, it keeps going. It does not stop. Whole numbers. Then we have counting numbers. Counting numbers. Counting numbers are numbers that start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it also goes on to infinity, okay? So the difference between whole numbers and counting numbers, whole numbers include 0 and counting numbers does not, okay? Now we're gonna go into integers. Integers are our negative numbers, negative numbers, whole numbers, and our counting numbers. Our counting numbers. Our counting numbers. And our counting numbers. Okay, so those include -5, -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it goes to infinity here, and it goes to negative infinity here. So it's our negative numbers, 0, and our whole numbers, okay? And the one that is very important today is rational numbers, okay? And rational numbers are our fractions, okay? And a fraction, example of a fraction, 3/4, okay? It has a numerator, which is our top number, and it has a denominator, which is our bottom number, okay? So a fraction has a numerator and a denominator, okay? So this is very important. Rational numbers are numbers that we can write as a fraction, and it has a numerator and a denominator, and neither of them can be 0, okay? Do you have any questions? So now, remember our I can statement? Our I can statement is to locate points on a number line that are rational and negative, okay? So our first example, okay? Our first example is we're going to find or plot, we're gonna locate -3/4 and +3/4, okay? So this is our number line. We're going to start off with a number line. So this is our number line. We're looking for -3/4 and +3/4 on our number line. So in order to do so, it is very important that we look at our fraction or our rational number. A rational number is a fraction. So there's a rule. When the numerator is smaller than the denominator, the rational number will be between between 0 and 1, okay? So when the rule, when the numerator is smaller than the denominator, the rational number will be between 0 and 1. So on our number line, we need 0 and we need 1, okay? 0 and 1. So I put 0 here, and I got 1 right here, okay? 0 and 1. Okay, so now, very important. Look at your fraction, 3/4. Look at this fraction. The denominator, always pay attention to your denominator first. The denominator tells us the number of equal parts between 0 and 1. So it's the number of equal parts between 0 and 1, okay? The number of equal parts between 0 and 1. And our numerator is just going to be the amount of places we're going to move from 0. So the parts we are moving, okay? So Number of equal spaces goes first. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to divide this space into 4 equal parts because our denominator is 4. So let's do that. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not perfect, okay? But this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4 equal parts, okay? So we did the denominator first, so now we need to look at the numerator. How many parts are we going to move from 0? Let's count. 3. So we're going to start from 0 and count 3. 1, 2, 3. So right here we're going to put 3, 4. Okay? But what about these parts here? What are they? So since this is 3 part, the third part or 3/4, if we start from 0, this is 1 equal part, so it's going to be 1/4. This is going to be 2/4, and this is already 3/4, and this is 4/4, which is equal to 1. Okay? So now let's find the negative. We're going to do the same thing. The negative, so 0 is here, negative are on the opposite side. So I'm going to put -1, okay? -1. So remember, we need to split this into 4 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 here, 2 here, 3 here, 4 here, okay? Because that's what our denominator tells us to do. So now, looking at this, to get our 3 here, as parts we are moving, or places we are moving, okay? It doesn't matter, parts or places, it's the same, it doesn't matter. So we start from 0, count 3. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to put -3/4. And I wrote it at the top because I wrote at the bottom here in Word, so it's the same. So, but what about these here? What is this first part? First, -1/4, then -2/4, -3/4, and -4/4, which equals to -1. Okay? Do you guys have any questions? Okay. So now let's look at example 2. Example 2. This is example 1. This is going to be example 2. Okay? So we're going to locate. Let's locate another rational number. Remember, a rational number is a fraction. We're going to locate 7/4 and -7/4. Okay? But this time, if we look at our rational number, our fraction, we notice that the numerator is greater than the denominator. So we got a rule. When the numerator is greater than the denominator, we have to first convert it to a mixed number. And the whole number of the mixed number and the number after will be on the number line. Okay, so first thing we need to do is convert this to a mixed number. So we got 7/4, okay? So to convert 7/4 to a mixed number, remember, the numerator goes inside the house and the denominator goes outside the house, okay? So how many times can 4 go into 7? Let me rewrite it down a little lower. 1 time, okay? 1 times 4 is 4, okay? 1 times 4 is 4. And we got to subtract, we get 3. So we're going to take our remainder and put it over. Okay. So we got 1 3/4. This is our mixed number. Okay. So on our number line, I'm going to go to another sheet real quick. 1 3/4. We have our mixed number. 1 3/4. Okay. So we have 1 3/4 because our original fraction was 7/4. Our original rational number was 7/4, remember? So what we're gonna do, we're gonna draw our number line. And don't forget the rule. The rule. The rule states that, if we go back to our notes, it states that when the numerator is greater than the denominator, first convert it to a mixed number. And the whole number of the mixed number and the number after it will be on the number line. So if we look at the whole number, what is the whole number here? 1. So we're going to put 1 here. And what number comes after 1? 2. So let's put 2 here. Okay? So now we're going to do the same thing here. We need to have 4 equal parts. Okay, between 1 and 2. So let's count. Let's create 4 equal parts. Okay, this is 1. This is 2. This is 3. This is 4. Okay, but it's our numerator is 3. So we need to count 3 spaces from 1. So let's start from 1 and count 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to put 3/4. So that's 1 3/4. Okay. So do we know what this space is? Yes, it's our first space. So it's going to be 1 1/4, 1 2/4, 1 3/4, and it can also be 1 4/4, which is equivalent to 2. Okay. But now we need to do the same thing to this side. So we need the negative. So let's just say this is 0. Then we'll put -1 and -2. Okay? So remember, we need to convert it to 4 equal parts. 1, okay? 1 part, 2 parts, 3 parts, 4 parts. Okay? So now, remember, we need to count 3 spaces from 1. 1, 2, 3, right here. And we're going to put -1 3/4. We know that this one is going to be, the first one is going to be -1 1/4. This one is going to be -1 2/4. -1 3/4, and that's -2. Okay? So it is very important that we remember the rules. You have to remember the rules. Looking at the numerator, looking at the denominator. If the numerator is less than 1, okay, on our number line, our rational number is going to be between 0 and 1. So if the numerator is less than 1, okay, our number line is going to go from 0 and 1. If the numerator is greater than 1, our number line is going to contain the mixed number, the whole number of the mixed number, whatever it may be. Okay? So just remember those rules. So now I want you to try a few on your own. On your own. Okay? Number one, I want you to locate 5, 6 on your graph. And -5, 6. And number 2, locate 3, 8 and -3, 8 on your number line. Okay? So you cannot do this without knowing your rules. Okay? And you can refer to the 2 examples that we did. Just make sure you take your time and make sure you refer to your notes. Now, we'll go back to our I can statement. Our I can statement states, I can locate points on a number line that are rational and negative. I can locate numbers on a number line that are rational and negative. And we can do it. We just did it together. Y'all did an awesome job. Thank you. So remember, a rational number is a number that can be written as a fraction. It has a numerator and it has a denominator. Please pay close attention to the numerator, pay close attention to the denominator, and it's because it tells us how to create our number line. Again, I would like to thank you all for watching this video, taking your time out to learn about locating rational numbers and negative numbers on a number line. Just practice, practice, practice. You can create your own fractions and follow the rules, and you'll come up with the correct number line. Just take your time and follow the rules. Again, thank you so much, amazing people. I really do appreciate you all for watching the video, and I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you.